Here from smoothjazz.com Global, and we are on board the Dave Koz and Friends Mediterranean Cruise with me, Michael McDonald. So great to see you, one of my favorite singer-songwriters of all times, and multi-Grammy award winner, and all-around fun guy.
Some would argue about it.
Well, I don't know. I've seen you in town. We've been to Sicily together.
Yes.
I saw you in Mykonos.
Yeah.
And we just saw Athens. Wasn't that amazing?
I actually didn't get off the boat there. I slept.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but I actually had a few rehearsals and stuff, so I was afraid to get caught on land and not make it back.
Yeah. Athens was a busy day for the musicians.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot going on this cruise. I mean, a lot of us are chilling out. You know, just outside the deck here, you see people sunbathing right now. We're at sea. We're on our way to Sicily. Oh no, we're on our way to Napoli.
Napoli, yeah.
We're going to have pizza.
Exactly.
This is the birthplace of pizza, is what it is. And so there's concerts going on, there's seminars going on. You just did one with Dave.
Yes, I did. Kind of a question-answer thing. It was a lot of fun.
It's great, yeah, so you get to learn about the musicians behind the music, demonstrations. I did one this morning on radio. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can.
I've been playing your music since I was a kid. And you were a kid?
Well, thank you.
So,
it's been a long time since I was a kid, Sandy, but you know.
We're feeling young, Michael. Come on. Let's represent.
Yes, right.
The AARP.
Yes.
So, I want to ask you, what are you working on right now? Are you in the studio? Anything you can share with us?
Sure. Well, I've been working on quite a few things, as usual. You know, we're always busy doing something. Trying to stay busy, I should say. And right now, I'm in the process of recording a solo record in Nashville. And it's kind of the culmination of my time there in Nashville. I've recorded a lot of things over the years that some of them were meant as tracks, some of them were just demos. And so we pulled a lot of that stuff out of the can and started looking at it, thinking that, well, it's time that we put together a record of just my experience of living in Nashville, the musicians I've met and got the great opportunity to play with. And so we're in the process of kind of overdubbing a lot of that stuff and re-recording some of it. You know,
That's great.
And hopefully we'll get it out by early next year.
Are we talking kind of an Americana, rootsy thing?
Well, it's a different record for me, for sure. A lot of the songs I wrote on guitar, for instance, and some of them I wrote on ukulele. But you know, we kind of presented them to the band, and most of the time my ukulele playing was just a temporary, meant to be just a temporary guide track.
Yeah, okay.
But as it turns out, we wound up keeping some of it, and just because it sounded kind of quirky and interesting.
A little rootsy.
Yeah, and so it's a little bit different record for me, in just in the sense it's not so keyboard oriented.
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting. Now your family's musical, your son's playing. We just heard a song from him in the new Steve Jobs movie.
Right, right.
Yeah?
Well, he in the new Steve Jobs soundtrack album.
Yeah.
The song didn't make the movie. They played some of the guitar.
Soundtrack.
Yeah, they used the guitar riffs in the front. But it was a Paul Simon and Simon Garfunkel Scarborough Fair, which is actually a traditional old song. You know?
Right.
And so he did a version that's very much like the one Simon Garfunkel did. And it's on the soundtrack with him singing it with another young lady.
Oh, I remember. I saw her name on the soundtrack.
Yes, gosh, I'm having a seizure.
Well, we can. Speaking of AARP,
yeah.
we can Google that, and we will. And speaking of being online in the social media, do you spend much? We should mention your son's name too. That would be
Dylan
unfair.
McDonald.
Dylan McDonald.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Very talented. Chop off the old block, as they say.
Well, he's a lot more talented than I was at his age. I got to say, he's a remarkable kid and a great songwriter. It's so much, very much out of the loop of a lot of what we're hearing today from bands his age. You know, he's much more harkens back to you know, in some ways another time, and his songs are a little different than a lot of a lot of the songs in a lot of the fabric of music that you're hearing today, in his genre, which is kind of Americana. And
yeah, that's very cool.
He's a little bit more like the Byrds, Cat Stevens.
It's a nice time for that,
yeah,
actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's Dylan McDonald we're talking about. I'm sure he's online. Also, I wanted to ask you, are you Facebooking and are you tweeting?
I Facebook. You know, I post things on Facebook. I'm not very good at any of that stuff. Tweeting, I haven't figured out yet. So, and I figured the day-to-day in my life would not be worth tweeting about, you know.
Although you do have a YouTube hit right now, you know that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's the Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, yes.
You were a good sport with that. If you haven't seen that, you've got to look for it. It's Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Fallon, and Michael doing row, row, row your boat.
Right.
Wasn't that fun?
It was a lot of fun.
It cracks me up. That's got almost 1 million hits right now on YouTube. And we, of course, encourage people to go online. That's where the music is today.
Yeah, YouTube is a powerful, powerful thing, you know, and well, Jake Shimabukura is
Yeah.
an example of that, you know. And it's like the new FM radio back in the days when, you know, there were so many acts that we would have never heard of,
That's right.
but for FM radio, you know.
Yeah.
And I think YouTube and the internet have kind of picked up the slack there, you know.
It's the people have demanded it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and we've managed to turn the internet into entertainment, and it's great. And that's what smoothjazz.com does. And of course, we drive people to your new music and all of your classics. And I hear your music everywhere I go, all over the world. I hear you in airports. I hear you on the radio. I hear you in movies. I hear you at Whole Foods. And so let me ask you this: when you're shopping and you hear something come on of yours, do you just ever kind of geek out and sing along? Like we do?
I probably do once in a while, truth be known, you know.
Yeah, okay, just wanted to be honest.
Yeah.
It's only real here on smoothjazz.com. We know you're busy, you're running to
I
a
like to
rehearsal.
sidle up alongside some old lady and start singing along with it, you know.
Come on, that would be hilarious. She's putting the bell peppers in the cart. We've got Michael
You know this guy?
singing, I keep forgetting. I won't even take a stab at it. The girl from Dublin filming will stab me if I start singing.
She'll stab both of us if we start singing.
Exactly. This is my other Irish friend here, Michael McDonald. Thanks so much for taking a minute with us. It's
Thanks.
always great to see
Sandy,
you.
thank you so much.
We'll see you soon. You're tuned in to smoothjazz.com.